What's going on, guys? Doty here, back from another vlog, and today we're heading into the Mustang and we're getting the lighting done. We're gonna wire in these fog lights that I've had, which are the GTCS or like the V6 premium ones. I finally got the harness in and I finally have enough time to do it, so we're just gonna splice in, connect up the HIDs, and hopefully get some more light output at night because I've definitely noticed a difference without my grill fogs. I think at night this is gonna finish up the look, and I definitely wanna work on blacking out these headlights. If any of you guys have experience with opening up Mustang headlights and blacking them out, adding some RGB, W, whatever colors on the sidebars, then let me know because I definitely wanna do that. I think it would totally make this front end so much meaner. So this is what we're working with. This is the ballast, and then this is the wiring harness I needed. Hopefully this is all plug and play. You can see where he had his cut right there, so hopefully we'll just splice in, no cutting, and we'll get this going. Everything on the cowl side is off. I have the bolts for the side of these fender wells off, and I also tape this up. As you guys know, I just like to be extra careful. These little sides will kind of like flop around, especially if you're alone, if someone can't hold that. So since I'm alone, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. Right now what I'm doing is I'm just taking off the splitter, which even when I'm lowered, all you have to do to access the splitter and to take it off the chassis, because it is just attached to the lip right there, it's just two bolts, one right here, one right there. And actually I'll hop into there and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. This is actually a 7/16, or also it is 11 millimeter. I actually have both to show you guys. When you're looking under here, it's just behind this flap. You'll see the bracket right there. You can also lift up and get under it. So that's the best way probably, is to be on your back and just lift up under here. Even on a lowered car, it's totally accessible. It's as easy as putting a wrench on one side, a socket on the other, and just loosening it up, and then it'll have the bracket off. Alrighty then, looks like it's about time to order some new tires. That's some thread showing right there. So probably be ordering here pretty soon. I think this is due to the camber I have from being lowered without having like adjustable camber arms or plates or anything. So to fix that, LMR actually sent something out, which I'm kind of hinting at right now, but it's Maximum Motorsports Camber Plates. Now I can zero out my camber and reduce that, which is camber and toe wear. The tires on this car are definitely not cheap, so I definitely don't want to run through them all really fast. I'm really thankful that LMR sent that out, and I'll show you guys that in a future video, so definitely stay subscribed. They're basically a must-have if you go lowered. Now the splitter bolts are undone. Let me show you guys that hardware. It just looks like this. Pretty simple. I mean, you put a wrench on the back, you socket on this side, just go and knock it off. So really simple, two of those, one on either side. Now this next part is pretty simple. I'm just gonna pop off the bumper, which you just use firm pressure, pull straight out, pops off, just like that. And as you can see, it's really dirty. That's not like rock chips and stuff, that's literally sap and debris and stuff. It was parked outside for a little bit, so don't judge me, but we're gonna do the same thing. That's loose there, and then we just got to make sure it clears this fender liner. Make sure you pull it out, and then we'll do it on the other side. And I'll put something here so that way it'll brace the bumper. You can make sure you have to flatten out those brackets or else you'll bang them up. I just loosened the bottom one and it came right down. We're gonna tap into these lines, which I actually have zip tied under here. So I'll unzip tie those and show you guys what we're working with. Here's how we're looking as far as wiring goes. As you can see, this plugs into this one plugs into this. This is an aftermarket HID kit. And then this one right here, this like thicker one, will go into the fog lights right there. And then the ballast will have to be mounted somewhere. So we'll have to see where we're gonna put that. Not too big of a deal, but this is really the main little plug that's gonna go into this. The previous owner left a little bit of wire on there for me so I know which goes to what, because he did run these on his GT. Just gonna splice in, and that way I can always keep this plug if I ever go back to the stock LED fogs. I'm also gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery. It's just a good precaution when you're working with electrical, and I don't wanna cause any issues with my car. Right here I just used some Harbor Freight quick splices. As you can see, just copied the same wiring. The green goes to the white, and the black with the yellow line goes to the black with the yellow line. I'll go ahead and test this by connecting the battery, make sure everything turns on, and then I'll go ahead and wrap it, and then we'll figure out how to cleanly install this whole wiring mess somewhere in here. Sweet, so those are on now. You can see we have fog lights, headlights, we're set. So this did work, everything is nice and lit. And as you can see, the white is actually a pretty good match to the factory fog. Factory headlights, not the factory fogs. Now we're gonna clean up the wires, make sure this is all weather tight, and then we're gonna put everything back and try to make this as clean as possible. I have the ballast 3M'd on there, nice and tight. that thing is not gonna go anywhere. And I also put it back behind the crash bar because this kind of gives it a little bit of room to where the water won't pool on it. You want this to not sit in the water because this is your ballast for the HIDs. Nothing will sit in standing water, which is very critical whenever you're doing any wiring stuff. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is zip tie some of these wires out of the way and then start to put the bumper back on, and then we'll be ready to go. This was something pretty minor, but it makes a big difference because I had those fog lights installed, I just didn't have the harness. So now I'm tapped into it. I already made sure they worked, but we're gonna make sure they work again, and then I think this thing's gonna look so mean. Down by the tire, putting on the fitted racing, I kind of just pushed back this guard, pulled this up, and then bolted through. Really simple. I just want to show you guys this is very simple and easy to do. Still have on my protective tape. You can see how nasty this paint is right now. It's covered in dust and crap. So definitely need to wash this at some point, but just gonna finish it, button it up, and showing you guys that this is all possible without putting it up in the air. The tire front end is back on. I have the wheel liners and everything like that bolted up. Now, I am gonna take this around the block just to make sure no weird rattles or anything. And I also wanna see how the light output is. But enough talking, I'm gonna go clean up a little bit and we'll take it out. I'm in a dark parking lot. I wanna show you guys what it looks like. This is basically what it'd be like when I'm driving during the day. I just had the 2 bars on and the bottom fogs. So I usually had on my 2 bars and then my top fogs, but this is just the same wiring, so it goes to the bottom ones, and as you can see, the light actually matches pretty good. Now, something that's kind of hard to see over here, but the cutoff line is really sharp. So these projectors are actually really good. They're not gonna blind anybody and put the light up high. As you can see, it's really low, and also, I mean, without my shadow in the way, look at how much light that is. That's literally just the fogs. And that's what I meant by just that fill light. It needed more fill light. This is just the fog lights, which is pretty insane. Now I'll go ahead, flip on, that's my full headlights, and that's brights. But you can see just how much fill light, watch. So that's on, off, on, off. And that little bit, like you see like right here and over here, all that really does is add on just the confidence that you're not gonna smash into a curb. I can't wait to see what it looks like in the day, because then you'll be able to see the details of the grill and stuff like that. But I'm really satisfied with this. I think this was definitely worth the upgrade. The idea I had was actually customizing a grill just like the one I had in my car that you guys really love, where it has the fog lights in the grill but not with like the honeycomb. I was kind of thinking about you guys sending me yours, and like I just charge a fee to do it, because it'll come back the exact same way and you'll be able to just install it, pop it in, and it'll be good to go. If that's something you guys are interested in, then definitely leave a comment down below. And I also have a quick update. I made a new design for the t-shirts. I'll throw it up like right here. I think I'm gonna go with this one just because it really like brings everything together of what my car and channel and the color scheme and everything, like the yellow with the Doty. And the cool thing is it's all hand drawn by an artist. So it's pretty sweet. There's nothing else like it. And I think you guys would really enjoy it too. It's just a cool looking Mustang on the back of your shirt with the little Doty logo. I think that shirt design is gonna do a little bit better than the one that had the Coyote. Those colors were a little meh, but this one really stands out. But I'm gonna grab some food and I'm gonna end it right here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, then please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.